Okay, CAD 222 class. I was hoping that we could wait to do a video as we got into the harder cam displacements, but seems like that no one is actually getting the simple um, harmonic cam displacement. Number 15, let's read it. Construct a cam displacement diagram for a cam follower that rises in simple harmonic motion a total of 2, which that's your displacement, and 150 degrees, dwells for 30, falls 2 in a simple harmonic motion, and 120, and dwells for 160. Now it tells us to draw the horizontal scale at 6 inches, so that's good. Most of them you're going to be drawing at 6 inches. So the first thing we need to do, if you have your 6th edition, you can turn to page 568. I don't think no one actually read the instructions. If you did, maybe you didn't understand them correctly. So we're going to draw a diagram first. Remember, 2 inches is our displacement. So basically what we're taking is a round cam and we're laying it flat. We're just floating it out flat. Alright, so we're going to show 360 degrees. Let me see if I can find one I had for this. Here it is, for this assignment. Alright, so what I did, I drew a 2-inch by 6-inch rectangle. Now, since it doesn't go to 180 and start to dwell, it goes to 150. So I made these numbers a little smaller over here, made them in 25-degree increments. Alright, so if it went to 0 to 180, I would have kept it at 30. But if you keep it at 30 at 150, you're going to have too much of an incline. So you can reduce the numbers down here. So here's what I did. First of all, I drew the rectangle, 2 by 6. And just like the instruction says, draw a rectangle equal in height, 2 inches, horizontal scale to 360. Horizontal scale should have 6 to 30 degree increments for the rise from 6 to 180 and 6 to 30 increments for the fall. Now the 30 degrees, like I said, would work if we were rising to 130 and then dwelling, but we're actually rising shorter than 130, so I broke these numbers down a little smaller. Alright, and then we go from 180, it looks like, what are we dwelling at the top here? We're dwelling 30, so we're going to go from 180 and we're going to dwell for 30, which puts us, well, we're going to 150 and we're dwelling to 30, which puts us at 180. And then we're falling, looks like 120, so 120 to 120, 180 takes us to 300, and then we're going to dwell the rest of the time. Alright, so to get your horizontal lines, draw you a half circle at the end, just like this. Divide this space up into 6 increments. All you got to do is first get your center mark, divide it 3 here, divide it 3 here. Alright, and notice that these two, if you added them together, would equal this whole distance right here. So there's one of two ways. You can use the sketch command or you can use the spline command. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the spline command. Once we get this all set up, we're going to use the spline command, S-P-L-E-N-E. Now it's very important that you have, in a cam system, you have a nice radius coming in, just like that. You want that, remember you got a follower or a rod that's going to be laying on top of this cam. And then you're going to hit every intersection here. This one, this one, this one, all the way up to 150. I'll put a nice little radius right here. I'm going to make that, whoop, put a nice radius there. Alright, I'm going to trim that off. I'm going to go back here and see how that looks. It's a little, it's nice and smooth coming in here. It's like a pretty good straight line. That one could be straightened up a little bit. Not a whole lot. I think we're okay there. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to take this little bit of spline that's out of the top area right there. Now we're going to now dwell from 150 to 180. So just simply draw a line, a straight line, L enter, from here to here. Now our next is to 120. So what I did, we're going from 80 to 300. So I broke these up into 20-degree increments. You could break it up. Just got to be careful that you don't have too much of an incline or too much of a decline. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my spline here. Here I'm going to hit every one of these. I'm going to 300. Nice little radius. Let's stop it here. Put a nice little radius there. Make sure that keep it kind of straight there. All right. Then I'm going to trim this out. I'll put a little bigger radius on this. It's back to the intersection. Beautiful. Alright, so what we have here, I'm going to trim this out, because remember we're going to dwell here at the last. Delete that. Alright, so what we had, we went to 150, so I broke these numbers up a little smaller. I kept it 20 degrees here. And then from 3 to 360, basically I left it 30 degrees. So what we're going to do, we're going to rise up to 150, going to dwell 30, and make sure that everything's got a nice little flow to it. Flows down, comes down this way. And then I'm going to trim all this off over here. All this stuff here can be trimmed. All your horizontals. Don't need them anymore on this side. Okay, pretty much what I want to see. These could be straightened up a little bit. Now, that's doing the spline. You can also do, if you wanted to do a straight line and radius, you could do that too. Now I know where my endpoints are here. So if I want to do a arc, I always start out with an arc from here to here. Make sure it doesn't go down below. Trim. Alright, do me a straight line. This point, this point, this point, this point, this point. See, where's my 150? Alright, so I want to put a radius up here. Another arc. I'm going to bring it like so. Trim that out. Okay, and just come down the other side. Actually, that looks pretty good. You just want to do an arc. Make sure you do an arc here at the top, arc here at the bottom, arc starting to come down, arc come off to your dwell, and then go straight. Alright, any questions, let me know. This is the simple harmonic motion. This doesn't bode well for the rest of them because they're going to get harder. So I would predict I'm going to have to do a video for each one of these. But this is what I'd like to see with your simple harmonic motion. And what assignment is that? Assignment 1615. Thanks.